Hello, students. So, how are you? I think you are fine and everything is going well. So, today we are going to revise the topic value of supply. Yes, value of supply. First of all, I will tell you one thing. Value of supply under GST means that value on which you apply the GST tax rates. And applying the GST tax rates on this value, you get the GST tax amount. Yes. So basically, value of supply is that base on which you apply the GST tax rates. This value of supply is covered under section 15 of the CGST Act. So let's start with the problem with the provisions of section 15. So the section 15 is divided as say section 15.1, 15.2, 15.3, 15.4 and 15.5. But for our examination purpose, we have to study only up to section number 15.3. Now, let's start with the topic value of supply. As I told you, this is the value on which you apply the tax rate and you get the tax amount. Now, how to calculate this value? The story starts with section number 15.1. Transaction value. Yes. Sir, what do you mean by transaction value? Transaction value is the value on the value of transaction. See the word transaction value. It is the value of the transaction means the value on which you have transacted the supply. Say for example, I'm telling you that I have sold say a goods of rupees 1 lakh. So what is the transaction value? This 1 lakh rupees. This 1 lakh rupees what I am going to get for this goods or services. So the value we get for the supply of the goods or services is called as transaction value. These two things we should keep in mind while calculating the transaction value, that the transaction value in the transaction value supplier and recipient should not be related person. It means the supplier and the recipient, if related person, that cannot be termed as transaction value. Yes, and then cannot be considered as a value of supply under section 15.1. Yes. So the first thing we have to keep in mind is the recipient and supplier should not be a related person. Now the second thing we should keep in mind that the price should be the sole consideration of the supply. The consideration you should not received as a kind, as an act, or free of cost without consideration. No. The price should be the sole consideration of the supply. If these two things are present, then we can call it as a transaction value. So the transaction value should be the first step towards calculation of value of supply. Now coming towards section number 15 to inclusions. There are many things other than transaction value which are not covered under the transaction value that are covered separately by section 15.2 as inclusions. Say the first one 15.2a. 15.2a says about any taxes, duties, sales, fees, charges levied under any law other than the GST law. In short, any taxes you have paid for these goods and services other than GST, other than GST, other than GST, any taxes that will be included in the transaction value for the calculation of value of supply. Say many times in the question there is given that say for example the goods are sold at a value of rupees 1 lakh inclusive of taxes or exclusive of taxes, or at the end of the question in the notes they will give you all the above amounts are inclusive of taxes or exclusive of taxes. But according to section 15.2a, we do not consider any taxes in the GST law. So what we have to do when we read this statement inclusive of taxes or exclusive of taxes? If exclusive of taxes is given, then we have to not worry a little bit anymore. But what if inclusive of taxes is given? If inclusive of taxes is given, then we have to separate the tax amount and the transaction value. And we have to exclude this tax amount and only keep this transaction value. Say, for example, it is given in the question that we have supplied the goods for 1,10,000 and it is written that it is inclusive of GST. It means tax on that value is included in the given amount. So what we have to do? Say for example, this 1,10,000 amount and the GST is 10%. So for this, we have to separate the tax amount of GST and the transaction value amount from this 1,10,000, and we have to keep that transaction value amount and remove the amount of GST while calculating value of supply. For this, we apply a formula also. Say value divided by 100 plus tax rate into 100. Applying this formula, you will get the amount exclusive of taxes that we consider as a transaction value while calculating value of supply. Now, you can also apply this formula in the given example. 1,10,000 divided by, sorry, 1,10,000 divided by 100 plus tax rate what, 10 into 100. Now, calculating this, you will get the value which is exclusive of taxes, and that value you are going to put as transaction value while calculating value of supply. So, this is all about 15.2a. Now, going towards 15.2b. 15.2b, any payment which has been incurred by the recipient for which supplier was liable to pay. For example, supplier is liable to pay an amount to Mr. A, to Mr. A, but he is going to receive an amount from the recipient. Then what the supplier will instruct the recipient? Instead of giving me, you give that amount to Mr. A. Ultimately, I have to give Mr. A. So one thing you do, you give it to Mr. A. Now, this transaction is supplier is liable to pay to Mr. A, but that has been incurred by the recipient. That value also you are going to add in the transaction value while calculating value of supply. Now, next, 15.2c, incidental expenses. What do you mean by incidental expenses? The best example I give of a gift shop. Say you have visited to a gift shop and you have purchased a gift of rupees 500. Then what you will say to the shopkeeper? Please uh, do it a proper gift packing to this gift. So what the shopkeeper will say? Sir, 500 for the gift and more 30 rupees for this gift paper and packing. So how much you are going to pay to the shopkeeper? 530. From this 530, sir, 500 is the gift value and 30 is the packing charges. So that 30 rupees is the incidental expenses charged extra by the supplier on the recommendation of the recipient. So this is called as incidental expenses. So this incidental expenses also we are going to add in the transaction value for calculating value of supply. Next, 15.2d. 15.2d talks about interest, late fee, penalty. These are the amount that we are not knowing at the time of supply. Say for example, I have given a person goods on credit and I have told him to pay within a month. But after a month is over, is not ready to pay. He's telling me that I need one more month time period. So what I will do as a supplier? Okay, you need one more month time period. No problem. You give me the interest. Yes. So that is an extra amount over and above the transaction value, and that is also added. That is also added in the transaction value while calculating value of supply. And the last one, 15.2e talks about subsidies. Subsidies, which one? Which are directly linked with the price. This is the main highlighting portion of 15.2e. Directly linked with the price. And next thing, provided excluding subsidies provided by the government. It means this is saying that subsidy is directly linked with the price and provided by any other person than the government. It will be included in the transaction value. Subsidies provided by the government will not be included in a transaction value. Again, I am saying that subsidies given by any other person which is directly linked with the price, that subsidy is going to be added in the transaction value. Got the point? That subsidy not given by government. that given by government you are not going to include, but given by other and which is directly linked the price, you are going to include. Now there is a term directly linked the price, directly linked with the price. This is the main term we have to understand in this subsection. Say, for example, within this last year, there was a good chance of purchasing electric two-wheelers, yes, battery bikes, e-bikes, etc., etc. Many discounts were given on that bike by the government. Say, for example, the bike is of rupees 1 lakh. Government says that we'll give you 30,000 subsidies. Yes. Now this subsidy is directly in the price. Directly in the price, not a lump sum subsidy that if you purchase a 1 lakh uh, e-bike will give you this much amount. No, they are going to link with the price, that if the vehicle is of rupees 1 lakh, 30,000 will be the subsidy. This is called as directly in the price. Again I will repeat, if this subsidy is given by the government, you don't have to include it in the transaction value. If any other person is giving this subsidy, then this amount which is directly in the price as a subsidy given by other person will be included in the transaction value while calculating value of supply. I think you got the point. Now the last portion, exclusion. 15.3, exclusion. Now in this exclusion there is two things, 15.3a, 15.3b. Now these two amounts we are going to subtract from the value of supply, exclude from the value of supply. 15.3a or 15.3b, both the things talks about only one thing, that is discount. That is discount. Now 15.3a talks about discount before or at the time of supply. Means when you are supplying the goods or services, before that you give the discount or at that time you give the discount, and that discount amount is shown in your invoice. It is duly recorded that you are getting a discount, and after discount you are paying this much of amount. So it is included in your invoice, recorded in your invoice, and the discount is before or at the time of supply. Such a type of discount you can exclude from the value of supply under section 15.3a without any type of restrictions or conditions. Now talking about 15.3b, after the supply, these are the discounts that you get after the supply. After the supply, discounts can be excluded from the value of supply if you satisfy two conditions. Condition number one, agreement entered into before or at the time of supply, which we call it as agreed before. Condition number one, that you have agreed this discount before the time or at the time of supply. If you have agreed this discount before or at the time of supply, we will consider that the condition number one has been fulfilled. And the condition number two, that the ITC portion on the discount amount, on such discount amount, the ITC portion has been reversed by the recipient. See, the first one condition is agreed before, and the second condition is ITC on this discount portion should be reversed by the recipient. If these two conditions are satisfied, then and only you can exclude the after supply discounts from the value of supply. Now this is all about the value of supply, section number 15, 1, 2 and 3. And all this applying together, you will get the taxable value of supply on which you are going to apply the GST rate. Now, as I have presented the whole section number 15 in a formula way, you are not going to solve this like this in the exam. You also know this thing. Yes, you are going to properly form a table in a format, and in a table you are going to write the things. Say transaction value will be the list value of the goods, this much amount, and after that additions 15 to A, B, C, D, E, and less 15 3 A, B, whatever may be the case. And for each and every entry you are going to give in the table, you are going to give what? Proper description, proper description of every amount that you have taken or not taken in the notes. Either write the notes in the table itself, or you can write the notes in the below portion after the table and give the reference note number 1 2 3 like this. So in this way you are going to solve the questions of value of supply in this format. Now coming towards some clarifications. See, coming towards some clarifications on discounts. Number one, staggered discounts. Staggered discounts. So staggered discounts are that discounts which says buy more, save more. Like this season in the monsoon season, discount offer. You visited any shop and seen an offer there that buy two you will save 50, buy four you will get a discount of 60%. Yes, so when you buy more you will get more discount. Now this discount comes under section 153A or 153B. Analyze it. Now when you visit a shop, the discount is in front of your eyes. It is saying you that will give you discount, and that are saying you before supply. And when you go at the billing counter, in the invoice itself they record that discount. They record that discount in the invoice itself and tell that you have to pay this much amount only. So this is the case of section 153A. It means it means recorded in the invoice, and discount is getting before or at the time of supply. So according to that provision, staggered discount are allowed or permissible to be excluded from the value of supply. Yes, you can reduce this staggered discount also at the time of calculation of value of supply. Now the next, periodic or year end discounts, volume discounts. Say for example, you tell any recipient or as a supplier that if you paid for this goods within a month, I will give you 5% discount. So what is this? This is a type of periodic or year-end discount. Periodic and year-end discount. Now analyze whether it is coming in section 15A, 153A or 153B. 153A talks about supply discount before supply, and B talks about discount after supply. So in which this case goes? Now analyze periodic or year-end discount or volume discount. You have agreed before that if you pay the amount within a month, I will give you discount. But in the invoice you today you are not going to show the discount. Why? Because if you pay the amount within 1 month, then I am going to give you the discount. Now the first condition has been satisfied. Agreement is entered into before. This is a case of section 15(3)(b). And 15(3)(b) has two conditions. First one, agreed before. Second one, ITC is reversed by the recipient. If both the conditions are satisfied, then this periodic year-end discount or volume discount can be reduced from the value of supply. Can be reduced from the value of supply. Can be excluded while calculating the value of supply. Yes. So this was an clarification related with 15(3)(a), and this was related with 15(3)(b). Now, last one, secondary discounts. What are secondary discount? Say for example, as a supplier, you have supplied some goods to a recipient and in installments, and he is going to make the payment in lump sum of all the installment. Now, when you calculate the value, it is being say around an amount of rupees 1 lakh 100 rupees. 1 lakh and 100 rupees, like this. 1 lakh and 100 rupees, like this amount. So at the time of payment, what the recipient will do, this obviously some of us do in our regular life also. So when we go to make a payment, what we'll say, sir please forget that above 100 rupees, sir please forget that about 10 rupees, round off the amount to 1 lakh instead of 1 lakh 100. Yes, this is a type of secondary discount. Analyze whether secondary discount portion will be allowed as an exclusion from the transaction value. Now, if we analyze it, say whether the discount is agreed before, it is given at the time of payment, means after the supply. Yes, but agreed before, no. Either the supplier is also not knowing that the above amount will be reduced. No, the supplier is not knowing. It means it's not agreed before. If not agreed before, the very first condition of section 15(3)(b) has not been satisfied. If not satisfied, then the discount we are getting after the supply will not be allowed as an exclusion from the value of supply. So this secondary discount cannot be reduced from the value of supply. See, it shall not be excluded from the value of supply because these are not known at the time of supply, not agreed before. And the last one is clarification on no claim bonus. What do you mean by no claim bonus? No claim bonus is given by many of the insurance companies for the payment of the current year insurance premium. They analyze this that the premium payer, the person who is paying premium this year, has not made any claim in the past years. If you had not made any claim of the premium paid of the past years, in this current year premium they give you discount by the name no claim bonus. Now analyze, this discount comes under before supply or after supply. Say when you pay the premium, the discount is already shown in the invoice, so it is a case of before supply discount. Now in the case of before supply discount, there should be the discount before supply. Yes, we are getting the no claim bonus before supply. Yes, and also this no claim bonus discount is duly recorded in the invoice. Yes, so it is a case of section 15(3)(a). And this discount by way of no claim bonus can be reduced from the transaction value while calculating value of supply. So under section 15(3)(a), no claim bonus is permissible as deduction value under section 15(3)(a). Now this is all about value of supply. Also I have also guided you how we should solve the questions of value of supply in a proper tabular format, putting the title on the table, a proper notes, and every description of all your entries according to that section which is relevant. So all this is about value of supply. Now from this formula you can easily learn the section and the subsection with the provision. What do you mean by this value of supply and this and this and then that? So here we'll end the topic of value of supply. A short revision is done of this topic, value of supply. We will meet you in the next topic videos. So please like the video. If you really like it, really like the concept, you should like the video. Subscribe the channel so that we can notify you for more further topic videos that are coming of this revision route. Yes, so bye bye to all of you. Have a nice day. Hello students, here I am with you with the instruction of the upcoming regular batches, and say you at the very first that these batches will be in 100% English language, not Hindi, not English. It will be 100% English. Yes, the upcoming batches schedule are in front of you. See, the CA intermediate taxation batches for the May 25 examination starting from 21st of September, and the foundation all subject English batches will be starting from 25th of September. Yes, these are the dates of our upcoming regular batches, and the mode will be online mode. Yes, all the batches will be online mode. We will teach you from the module itself. Yes, and the batches will be 100% in English language. Yes, highlight this word, 100% English language. And one more attractive thing in the batches is early bird discount. We are giving this batches at a very shocking price. Yes, so for further inquiries of demo videos, shocking price, and early bird discount, you can contact on the given number on the screen, 7558597455. You can contact on this number, either WhatsApp message on this number. Every detail with this batch you will get on this number. So see you in the regular batch. Bye bye to all of you.